Today I'm going to show you creative alternatives for melodies and chords. This lesson is presented in 3 parts from easy to advanced. Part 1, Reharmonizing. This will help you explore alternate major or minor chords for your songs or compositions. Part 2, Creating Melodies. This will help you explore alternate melodies or solo ideas. Part 3, Pivot Notes. This will help you move from one key into another using a note in a chord that is common between the 2 keys. I'll play and offer examples in each part. And as a bonus, at the end of the video, I'll give you a brief overview of how this works with 7th chords. Please like and subscribe, as this is just one of many easy-to-use music lessons. This chart is also available in a handy postcard size on my website at nathanfleet.com in the shop. This chart displays all 12 major, minor, and diminished chords and the combination of notes that make up these chords. Each chord contains a root, a third, and a fifth, also called triads, a 3-note chord. If you're not sure what a root, third, and fifth are, you won't need that information for this lesson, but you can watch a lesson on that in the description. So if you're playing a C major chord, you're actually playing 3 notes. A C, an E, and a G. And in this case, there's 2 additional notes, but they're just a repeat of a C and an E. The root note is also the name of the chord, which is how they're named: C major, D flat major, D major, and so on. Or A minor, B flat minor, B minor, and so on. I will say that most people leave out the word major and just identify it as a C chord, which is the case when naming major chords only. Reharmonizing. Let's get into it. If I'm singing or playing the melody note C, I simply look for all the chords that contain the note C, and I can easily try them all out while I'm playing or singing the note and pick the chords I like. I'm going to play a C note, and I will change the chords as I hold that note. C major, F major, A flat major, A minor, C minor, and F minor. Reharmonizing is really useful if you want to make your chord changes less predictable. If you don't know what your melody note is, use a tuner and play or sing that note, and that should put you right on track. I'll give you an example of reharmonizing using 2 notes. Let's say I'm playing a D and an F. I find all my chords with Ds and all the chords with Fs, and away I go. Now, of course, these are tools, not rules, so use them as needed. If needed, a little or a lot. Create melodies. Now let's look at this from the point where you may have chords but not a melody. There's a good chance you will naturally sing or play something that sounds good, so go with that. If you want some options, or you have writer's block, try this. Let's say you're playing an A minor chord going to a G chord, and only using chord tones, you have 9 melody options here. A note going to the B, A to the G, A to the D, C to the B, C going to the D, C going to the G, E going to the D, E going to the G, E going to the B. Pivot tones. This section does require knowledge of scale-chord relationship, which is my most popular lesson that you can find a link for in the description, called What Key Is My Song In? Let's say you're playing in one key and you want to move into a different key coming out of a solo or within a melody, which I do a few times in my song Brace for Winter.
Feel like staying home tonight. Something wintry is on the way.
Figure out if the key you want to go into contains a note that is in the key that you are in. If I am in the key of E flat and I want to move into the key of D, I look for notes they share, and as you can see, they both have a G and a D. So you will either use a G or a D note to pivot into that key. Melody notes will be E flat, F, and G. The chords I'll play will be an A flat, B flat, and E flat. I'll play it a second time and pivot into the key of D with a G. How you carry that on is up to you. This is only meant to be a tool, not a rule, so use it often, sometimes, or never. And remember, if it sounds good to you, it is good. As a bonus on this chart, I have included the 7th, major 7th, and minor 7th chords, giving you even more options. I'll end this lesson by holding a melody note on F, and I'll play through every chord that has this note while you follow along in the chart. The possibilities are numerous, but the one your ear likes best is the right one. Enjoy, thanks for listening, like and subscribe.